Welcome to Hi, It's Me, Same Genes, Different Scenes. I'm Kim.
And I'm Lindsay.
And we're here to bring you our podcast about everything which makes us and our friends, family and special guests the same but wonderfully different.
We hope you love listening to our stories and insights into our experiences, from how we viewed growing up to the direction life has taken us in adulthood.
Hi.
You alright?
Yeah.
Good.
What are we on? Episode 4.
Episode 4 already.
Well, what's been happening? Has Piers stopped using shower gel on Nellie's hair?
Well, I think so.
Okay.
She's taken to washing her own hair now.
Has she?
So she knows that she should be using shampoo.
Is she doing a very good job?
No, she doesn't wash it out very well. She washed her hair the other day in the bath, and I was brushing it afterwards. I was like, "Oh, darling, it's a little bit foamy and claggy just there. You haven't rinsed it properly." But that's fine. Good job for trying.
It's a learning curve.
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
it?
Yeah, they went
washing your own hair.
Yeah, they went swimming yesterday, and her shampoo was in the bag.
Okay.
So maybe yes.
That's a good sign then.
Yes, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah. I, on the other hand, have not learned how to wash my hair. So I
learned how to
no, not learned how to. I didn't know how to wash my own hair, but yeah, I chose not to. Woke up late this morning, chose not to wash my hair for you this week.
I mean, I can tell.
Yeah, I know. It's obvious, isn't it? Yes.
I mean, a little bit.
That's why. Again, I keep saying this. I love this time of year because I get to wear a hat.
Yeah.
I chuck a hat on. I went out the other day actually, and it wasn't even that cold.
Right.
And I had my hat on, and Piers was like, "Why are you wearing a hat?"
Oh yeah, did you not get a sweaty head?
Because my hair is really greasy. Nellie's
Wrap
like,
it up in a scarf.
Nellie's like, "I got greasy hair. I don't care. I'm not wearing a hat." And I was like, "Well, I do."
Yeah, and you're 8.
Yes,
so
you can.
No
get
one's
away
going to
with
be like.
All people will be saying is that mother doesn't wash her child's hair.
Actually, she'll be like the smelly kid, the smelly haired kid at school.
Yeah.
Greasy heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have done my skincare, of course, because I always do my skincare.
Oh, you're so good.
Well, I say I always do. I do always do it in the morning. I've not necessarily got the energy to do it in the evening.
Right.
Which is probably the best time that you should do it, because you're washing all the rubbish off from the night, so you're not sleeping. So actually, I was giving myself a gold star for doing skincare. And maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just put myself in the bin.
Yeah, because I saw something from one of the like facialist skin people that said actually in the morning obviously there's so many contradicting like, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that, but it was basically saying all you need to do in the morning is wash your face with water and not a cleanser, because like
you don't need to
if you've washed your face at night, it's just like you've got product on there that's probably soaked into your skin anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I didn't wash my face last night and I haven't washed it this morning.
Well, I did sort of get you up to do the podcast quite early, didn't I?
You did.
You did have to get up, whereas I have to get up to obviously take Nelly to school and have to at least wash my face.
Yeah, and I am running out of like every single product that I've got.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
we both had a little bit of a burst on our skincare, didn't we? About, I think it was during lockdown. Was it during lockdown?
When no one was seeing our faces.
Yeah, ironically, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think I bought the Caroline Hirons skincare book, and then I
did.
got it for you for Christmas as well.
Yeah, you did.
Because I'd started following her on Instagram. So I think I've sort of maintained
poured over that and then was like,
everything's too expensive in here that she's recommending.
Yeah, I mean, I think she does a good thing in there though, that says like what you should be spending your money on. Like, I'm pretty sure she says there's no point spending a lot of money on moisturizer, because it's like it's the final thing that goes on and it's just like that barrier. But actually you should be spending money on like cleanser, like good cleansers that don't strip the oils, and also things like serums and whatever in betweeny bits.
So I thought it was, you don't need to spend money on the start and end part of your routine. It's the middle section. Yeah. So it's the toning and the serums that you need. Yeah. If you're doing spend any, a little bit more money,
treatments within that.
Yeah.
12 million steps or however many you've got. Like, I don't know. What is your Well, so what's your current one then?
So I'm a bit of a flitter.
Right.
Like, so I always use the Body Shop chamomile cleanser.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was she'd recommended that, which is so cheap and
Right.
it's lovely. It's like you've got one, haven't you?
I got the rose.
It's the rose and chamomile one.
Rose and chamomile one, yeah.
Like in a
I think that was a limited edition, but it was lovely.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like Vaseline.
Yeah.
And then it
it's a
sort of
balm,
melts
isn't it?
when you put it on your skin.
Yeah.
It's really good for taking the makeup off.
Yeah.
So I use that, but then I also use the CeraVe
yeah.
Oily cleanser.
Yeah.
Those are the two things that I have used for years and won't veer off of those because I like them. I have had more expensive ones that I really like, but just can't justify spending like 30 or 40 pounds on a
cleanser.
On a cleanser.
No, that's true. Well, especially if you're like double cleansing.
Yeah.
Like,
but then I use different for my double cleansing.
Okay, yeah. I think it depends what one you've got.
Yeah. And again, that's the thing. Double cleansing. Who invented double cleansing?
Somebody that sells cleanser.
Yeah. But it does make sense.
I know it does.
It does completely make sense.
It does.
Yeah.
Well, I think if you've got makeup on, it does. I think if you're not wearing makeup, you're not doing anything.
No.
I mean, your face is like grubby.
Yeah. Unless you worked out
grubby.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like shoveling coal on a train.
Yeah. Or you're that
woman, which is basically the same thing.
Or you're that woman on Flash Dance that uses the angle grinder. Yes. I mean, I don't double cleanse every day at all. No. I do only do it if I wear makeup. So actually, when I say I double cleanse about once every 6 months. Yeah. Because that's how often I go out.
Yeah. But it's interesting that that's been in the last few years. That's become like a big thing. So yeah, I wonder actually who that was.
It was probably a dermatologist. A dermatologist probably actually said maybe they were doing some sort of like comparing cleansers. Yeah. And they were like, actually that one doesn't get your skin very clean
on a first
go. But if you clean twice, which like I say, it totally makes sense.
It does make sense.
Yeah. Because actually we something else I think I got for you that year when I got you the skin book was the flannels as well. Because I'd never used, it sounds grubby, but I never used to use a flannel on my face. I would use a cotton wool and whatever to clean my face with.
Or you just like use your hands.
Yeah.
And actually if you think about that, how can that possibly be getting makeup? You mean you'd have to like but it wouldn't.
And any dirt that's on your hands, you're going to just transfer back to your face.
Yeah.
But you've switched from the flannels, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
So you don't use flannels
anymore. No, I use cleaning Spondex. Other products are available.
Yeah.
Microfiber cleaning cloths. Yeah. Because you get like a pack of, I don't know, 12. And they're like £3 something, and they're super soft. I think those ones as well have got something in them that's like antimicrobial because they're for cleaning, kitchen surfaces. Yeah, and they're super super soft. You just throw them in the wash, and they're much cheaper than flannel. And I find they really because my skin I think is a bit sensitive. It's almost like verging on the like rosacea type side. So normal flannels can be a bit rough.
Yeah.
But those are like nice and soft, and they don't cost like a ridiculous amount of money because they're not being sold as beauty products.
Exactly.
They're being sold as cleaning products,
and they're dual purpose. So you just give the kitchen services a wipe down, and then you just do your face afterwards.
Do you know what? One thing I did think about the other day was that I have one like on the sink in the bathroom. And I don't know what I'd done. I can't remember who. Somebody had been round, and I remember thinking, I hope they don't think that's like my bathroom cleaning cloth.
And just give a sink a wipe down.
Like mum, or like mum and dad have been round and stayed or whatever when they've looked after. And I'm like, I hope they haven't like thought that's cleaned around the sink, and then I've gone and like cleaned my face with it. But I think it's like I can imagine there's so much. Extra money that goes on things just because
it's classed as
beauty products.
Yeah. I mean, I have fallen into a little bit of a trap of buying an expensive moisturiser,
right?
Which I can justify because I know that you should. But I was just using a Lidl, a moisturiser from Lidl, which is like £2.
Yeah.
And it was lovely.
Yeah.
So I don't really know why I switched to a more expensive one.
It's just like
it does feel a bit nicer.
It might, yeah, but I wonder if it
psychologically,
it might feel a bit smoother, but then is it actually doing anything below the surface?
Yeah.
I mean, I once spent an eye-watering amount on a night cream, but it smelled beautiful.
Oh yes, yeah.
This is delightful. Yeah. And now I've got a little night cream.
Yeah.
But
oh, bless you.
Excuse me. I did splash out and I got the $5.99 version.
You? Yeah.
But it's lovely.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Can't fault it.
I'm a real sucker for, I like my moisturiser to smell nice. Because I know some people don't like any fragrance at all in their products, but that's one of the things that I look for in a product, is if it smells nice, because I feel like my skin smells nice. It's like a, I don't know. Is it a psychological thing? Like,
my skin, it is.
If my skin smells nice, it's looking nice as well. Yeah. So I look for a nice thick. I love a nice thick moisturiser.
Yeah.
And something that smells nice. But I am a bit of a sucker for a name, though. That's the trouble.
Yeah. I once had a really, really nice serum, and it was called like plant peptides. Again, like
what is that?
Eye-watering, Votary.
Yeah.
It smelt of plants, like grass.
Oh, gross.
But it was amazing.
Yeah.
And in the end, I was just like, I can't justify spending that amount of money on a serum.
Yeah.
But I am also just a sucker for like a gimmicky. Do you remember that time that I started using snail gel?
Not off of an actual snail, like you didn't physically put a snail on your face.
No.
They were like legit snail gel.
It was a product. Yeah. But I'm not sure that had much of an effect.
No, not really. And I think nowadays, like years ago, I don't know how many years ago, 10, maybe more years ago, skincare products were very faddy, weren't they? Like that.
Yeah.
Like snail gel and whatever else, like gross stuff they told you to put on your face because it made your face look nicer.
Oh, that's just reminded me. There's the latest thing is like products that have beef fat in them.
But is that the collagen though?
No, it's not collagen. It's actual beef fat.
But what's in beef fat that makes it? But is it not?
I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look it up because it's literally a thing. Yeah.
But I feel like now, like years ago, it felt like it was just somebody saying, "Oh yeah, put snail gel on your face. It's good for your face." Now everything seems to be a little bit more.
I think it was a bit more like scientific than that. Like,
really? Do you think so?
I can't remember.
Somebody was laying in the garden and a snail crawled over their head, and it felt nice afterwards. So they were like, "That I'm going to market this."
Maybe beef tallow.
Beef tallow.
Yeah.
What is tallow then? What's tallow?
Something to do with
beef.
Tallow. It's beef fat. It's fat.
And so what are they saying that it does for your skin?
They're saying that it's really good.
Again, see, somebody was laying on the floor after a Sunday roast and a bit of beef fat fell on their face. It felt nice, and then they marketed it into a skincare.
Emollient properties.
Mm-hmm.
Emollient properties mostly.
Right.
Yeah. What else? But I think, there's obviously a lot of it. Some of them are literally just like spreading beef fat on their faces.
Really?
Yeah. Dermatologists are like, don't do that.
Do it. Yeah.
But there are companies now marketing, beef tallow products and makeup and stuff. So I think it's a bit scary that like an influencer will be like, oh my god, that's amazing, and even are they even actually using it?
Yeah.
For a start.
Well, and that's actually just completely thrown out what I was going to say to you. And I was going to say, I feel like now that skin health is not quite so faddy, and that it seems to be a little
fatty.
It seems to be a bit more like sciencey based. I mean, it is going. We know it is going more. We've done the research, haven't we? And like scientifically,
not all the research.
No, we haven't done all the research. Yeah, we are for all the skincare brands. We're doing the research for you. Google what is snail gel. So obviously, when we were doing our research for the podcast, scientifically based skincare is going to be the way forward. So we're going to look more at what is good for your skin, because we were both saying about these LED lights, which we both want one of those LED lights, which are supposed to be really good for improving the collagen in your skin, aren't they?
Well, they do different things, don't they? Because they have different lights with different wavelengths. So one, like the blue light is for like blemish control. Yeah. The red light is for collagen.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have got one of the so it's not a mask.
Is it like a pen?
No, it's one of the it's almost like a window scraper, like a face-shaped window scraper. Okay. I have got one of those, a sculptor.
Oh,
like a face sculptor. Yes, but it's it's an LED one. Ooh. And I did start using it, but the battery is not very good on it. It doesn't last very long, so I
mean, it's very appealing being able to just lay there for 10 minutes with a mask on your face.
Yeah, rather than having to make sure, because you can plug it in as well, I think, can't you? And leave it on.
Well, some of them are cordless.
Oh yeah.
And now I've seen adverts of them, somebody wearing one and like doing the hoovering. Or, you can literally do it. And and I guess they've stemmed from they're the at-home solution to the tweakments that you would get in a salon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the one that I had for my red nose, which didn't really work in the end. But that was effectively the same thing. It was like a machine that
broke down
was breaking down the capillaries, and they would like sort their shit out.
Yeah. So do you think there is a massive like commercial trap for skincare? Do you think
massively?
And do you think have you fallen into a commercial trap of being, I mean, other than the snail gel thing, but do you think now do you think as you've got older you're a bit more like, actually I'm just going to do what is right for my skin, rather than
I think so. I think in the past I have done that, like I'm going to do a K-beauty routine that's got 12 steps and I'm going to have glassy skin, and I was just like, I can't be bothered. No. I can't be bothered.
No.
I haven't got the time. I haven't got the money. Yeah. And also it's like, oh, will you buy one product and maybe it doesn't work, it doesn't suit your skin.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's not sustainable. No. I don't think.
Yeah.
And I don't care that much.
Yeah.
I'm much more now like, a cleanser that doesn't dry my skin out, because my skin is gets very dehydrated. Some kind of serum or like, vitamin C, something in between, and then a moisturiser.
Yeah.
And actually an SPF.
Yeah.
Because that is one of the things I have started doing in the last few years, and I always wear a factor 50 on my face.
Yeah. All year round?
Not all year round, no. But I was still wearing it in October.
Yeah. Because you should wear it all year round. You should. Any sun rays.
I mean, the trouble is,
I mean, they say you should wear it.
They say you should
all year round.
Yeah. I think if I look on AccuWeather and it says low UV, I don't.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
Or if it's like not expected to in the day. Because the other thing is, I like a proper face SPF on my face. I don't just put like what we would have done in the past is if you had one SPF and you just put it everywhere. But it's well
really
established.
Nice,
it's well established. Obviously, the skin on your face is very different to the skin elsewhere on your body. So I do have a proper face one, and it's factor 50.
Yeah,
and it's light, and it's not clogging up all my pores. So it's not the cheapest.
Yeah.
So I don't want to have to be using it all year round or every day. Yeah.
I mean, I remember I got really excited when Piers came back from America a few years ago, and he said he bought me a present.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, what have you bought me? And then he handed it to me.
Yeah.
And it was La Roche-Posay SPF.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, not quite what I was expecting, but oh my God, La Roche-Posay SPS. Back to 70.
I know.
And I was like, actually, this is the best present I've ever received in my whole life.
Well, yeah, because you can't buy it in
Back
this
to
country.
70, La Roche-Posay.
I should have looked
for that.
And
it was face
I
stuff.
should have looked for that when I was in Boston.
Oh, yeah,
actually,
you could probably get it in like Sephora or something like that.
Yeah.
In US.
But that's, I do think my skin is reasonably good.
Oh, yeah, I do too.
And I don't know if that's because... Yeah. I don't know if that's because of, for the last few years, making sure I do wear skincare. And because skincare?
Use
SPF.
skincare. Yeah.
Well,
but doing your skincare.
No, I know, but I was meaning more about the SPF. I make an effort to do that, and it was. I mean, I burn I just look at the sun and I burn.
Yeah.
So factor 50 all over anyway.
Yeah.
And I don't really wear any makeup,
no.
So I don't know if that's because I don't know if not wearing makeup is good because I'm not rubbing my face around all the time, or whether makeup actually has a protective effect from pollution and UV. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it would probably do more. I think you put a moisturiser on, that's your barrier to protect your skin.
Yeah.
So whether you wear makeup or not is probably...
No, but the action of rubbing your face around and I do think doing things with your eyes.
Yeah. Doing things, seeing, looking.
No, but maybe dragging them up and putting eyeliner on. I do think that creates
wrinkles and stuff,
creases and wrinkles and stuff sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, we were never really taught about skincare, were we? But I mean, but that was never a thing. Skincare wasn't a thing back then.
Not when we were.
It's nothing we were
growing
taught.
Up. It was you cleaned your face.
Yeah.
And you put moisturiser on.
I don't even think I was told to put moisturiser on. I think it was just wash your face.
Oh God,
wash your face with some soap in the bath. But then after you've washed your hair.
Yeah, but then some people swear by a Dove soap.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
A Dove soap, and
it's what they've used with their life.
I don't know, just like a Nivea or what's that blue one? Astral.
Yeah.
Astral.
Oh, Astral. Yeah, that's a hand cream, isn't it?
Slapping that on your face.
Yeah.
But some people, their skin is do what you will and I'll be fine. But if I didn't put moisturiser on, I would have the tightest face ever, and it'd be painful.
Yeah.
And it,
Yeah, see, I think I've got, as is my whole life, just pretty regular, down the middle, standard skin. If I don't put a moisturiser on, I'll know it.
Yeah.
But I won't be oh my God, I really need to my face needs some moisture right now.
Yeah.
I can just be oh yeah, actually I forgot to put moisturiser on this morning. But then kids nowadays are literally all over the skincare.
That's insane.
Which I think is good in one respect. I think it's really good to learn how that you should be looking after your skin from a young age. But the extremes now that I think last Christmas it went a bit mental, didn't it, with all these kids wanting drunk elephant, hyaluronic acids.
Yeah.
And all
aside from the fact that drunk elephant is really expensive.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's really expensive.
Yeah.
But I think there's this discord between what's needed for a teenage skin and what teenagers are seeing on
social media
and thinking that that's what they need.
Yeah. Because there are teen skin brands. Somebody, I can't remember who it is now. Somebody. I want to say his name's Sam Farmer. He's somebody's husband. Some woman.
Isn't Sam Farmer a woman?
I don't know.
Like a
skincare, but it was a man.
No.
I'm sure it was a man. I'm sure it was somebody like Fern Britton's husband or somebody's husband.
Oh, not him, because he's the one that went off with.
With who?
Fern Britton's husband is the chef.
Phil.
Yeah. Didn't he went off with someone, didn't he?
Somebody else then. I don't know. Somebody
Anyway.
phone. Anyway,
yeah,
created a skincare brand.
Yeah, definitely not Phil Vickery.
No, his name's Sam. For their child. So there are teenage skincare brands, specifically targeted teenage skincare brands.
I feel like I'm shouting. Sorry.
You probably are.
I'm getting really irate.
We're getting to that high pitch that we had in episode 1. You're going to be getting a message from somebody now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there are specific teenage, but I think they don't appeal to teenagers.
No, because they don't want a teenage brand.
No, they want an adult one.
A normal brand.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a normal range.
Yeah.
Or they want the,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah. I was in Boots in
azelaic
Oxford.
acid.
Yeah. What's that?
I don't know. It's like an
acid?
Yeah.
Oh, never heard of it.
So like people like the Inky List and the Ordinary have like azelaic acid on its own, so it's like it's like a mid step, be like one you put on like before your serum or something.
So many acids, it's just
Yeah, but they obviously years ago you'd read horror stories about people getting like chemical peels, which is valid, and they're obviously they're like an extreme in a salon or by a somebody,
a proper
a professional
esthetician.
Easy for you to say. And now you can buy like much pared down products which have got like glycolic acid or BHAs or AHAs or something that are just much more gentle, but they make a massive difference to like skin feel. What's the word? Texture.
But then also they do those at varying different percentages. A lot of them. So you start out at the lower one,
and the same as like retinol,
and you gradually build yourself up. But for a child, who doesn't have any, just picking one off of the shelf. I went into Boots in Oxford a few months ago now. And I was just having a look at. I wasn't looking at the skincare, but there was a group of. They must have been about 11. They're probably early secondary school. Group of girls. And one of them came charging over to the group and she said, they wouldn't serve me. She said she wouldn't serve this to me.
What was it?
And it was a ordinary hyaluronic acid.
Right.
Why on earth wouldn't they give this to me? And I was so tempted to just turn around and say, you shouldn't be using that on your skin. It's an acid that is no good.
She probably would have told you to.
She probably would have told me to fuck off. But I was just like, I was saying under my breath, it's not good for your skin. You shouldn't be using that. Actually, and that's really responsible. That's a really good thing. So they obviously have a policy now where they won't sell specific products. She hadn't even got to the till. She was just queuing it with it in her hand. And it was those self-service tills.
Okay.
And the woman was obviously just overseeing.
They just mill around, don't they?
And had said, I won't, you can't buy that. You're not allowed to buy that. So that's good.
I think that's important.
So I do feel it's really important to teach young children, not just girls and boys, about how to look after their skin, but again teach them how to do it responsibly. So now Nelly uses a CeraVe cleanser, which is suitable for babies and adults.
So I don't know why that was funny. I was picturing a baby just like washing its own face. CeraVe
with a flannel.
With a spandex microfiber. So.
Oh, mother, you're really strong with this CeraVe.
It's like the fairy liquid baby. I just had that.
So she uses that, and she uses their moisturiser, which again I checked is okay. It's suitable for adults and children. So she knows good skincare. Make sure you wash your face and make sure you moisturise.
Chocolate doesn't give you spots.
Chocolate doesn't give you spots. It does not give you spots. She came home the other day. She said my chin feels a little bit dry, and I said the change in weather will have an impact on your skin.
Central heating.
Yeah. Have you been making sure you've been washing and moisturising? And she said, no, I haven't. So I said, right, okay, make sure that before you go to bed, definitely tonight, you wash your face and moisturise. A couple of days later, she said, my chin is so much better. And I said, that's because you are moisturising. And said, you go out, before you go out, you've got your moisturiser on, which is your barrier to help protect against the cold.
I mean, this kind of weather is is awful for it, isn't it? Like, because you're outside, it's freezing cold, you're coming in their central heating, you're wearing scarves up around you, everything's just...
Yeah. But I mean, you touched on earlier about the makeup factor.
Yeah.
Neither one of us really wear makeup, do we?
No.
I've never really worn makeup.
I have like some really dodgy orange foundations because my like ghostly skin is like very, very pale, very pale, paler than pale, like in terms of like the colours that they offer, and like, often nothing suits me. And I think the texture of my face also doesn't like, I can't find a foundation that I'm actually like, that looks and feels nice.
Yeah.
So I tend to just, if I go out, eyeliner, mascara, and I've got like a Dr. Jart green colour correcting that I just slap a bit of that on just to tone down some of the redness. But I'm really happy actually that I can just go about my day
without your makeup on.
I can go out down the pub without any makeup on.
Oh, yeah.
I can go to work without any makeup on. I don't go to work with makeup on.
Yeah.
I could go to work without makeup on, and I wouldn't. So I'm grateful that I do feel that confident in my own face, because obviously I know that some people don't, for lots of different reasons. So I do get it, but I'm glad that I don't. I mean, aside from the like saving money and the saving time
in the mornings, again, like we said last week, I don't have an extra 20 minutes in the morning to do what I need to do and then do my makeup. No, but I feel exactly the same. I feel like actually it's like people see that this is my normal face, so they're not like, because I think sometimes people wear makeup all the time, and when you see them without makeup, you think, "Oh, not in like a nasty way."
No.
When people, but this is my normal face.
Yeah.
When you see me with makeup on, you might go, "Oh," and then when you see me next time I haven't got makeup on, it's not a surprise because it's just my normal face.
Yes.
So I'm quite pleasantly happy.
We're in the Pammy Club.
We are in the Pammy Club. I mean, I've never been a Pammy fan. Not like I've not hated her or anything.
No.
She's just never been on my radar.
Yeah.
But I've just obviously, because we've been doing a little bit of research about this for the podcast, I've looked at some of her Instagram videos.
Yeah.
Because obviously I saw that she'd stopped wearing makeup, and obviously she was always this really glamorous.
Yeah. I mean, that was a couple of years ago. I think
it was a couple of years ago.
And she must be, she's in her 60s, isn't she? 60?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. Yeah.
So I thought she was, I mean, maybe I've just added loads of years on because she's going makeup free.
Yeah. But
I thought she was like 60.
It's really quite inspirational. She's like so happy in her
67.
own... 67?
No, sorry, she was...
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. You've got to give her even more years.
She was born in 1967.
So she's 56. 9. She's 11 years older than me.
Can't do math.
She's 11 years older than me.
Right, okay.
So she's maybe 58.
How old are you?
46.
So she's 57.
Well, but I'm nearly 47. So I'm thinking...
Okay, right. Anyway,
late 50s.
Her birthday's in July.
Okay,
Blah, 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 blah.
Okay. She's just so content in her own skin. She's happier as she naturally is now than she ever was beforehand.
Yeah.
She's just living her life.
And she goes to she does she goes to premieres.
She went to Paris Fashion Week. Yeah. And she said, I was watching a video of her and Vogue turned up to film her. And she's like, the show starts at 1. It's like 12:10. I've just got out of the shower. My hair's just dried.
Yeah.
All I need to do is just get dressed.
Yeah.
So she hasn't even blow dried her hair.
No.
Put any product in her hair. She's literally just let it dry naturally.
I wonder what skincare she uses.
I think she's got her own skincare range. I think she's just... So she does take care of her skin. Yeah. But she doesn't put any makeup on. And she said, I don't have a style team. She was literally just getting herself dressed, chucking some clothes on. I mean, she was dressing well.
Yes.
So she wasn't being styled. She was just getting dressed.
Just living her best life.
Exactly. And she said, what was really interesting is that she said she doesn't think that she's aging. She's just living.
Okay. Well, that's an interesting...
No, not living. Lifing. Lifing. I'm not aging, I'm lifing.
Oh.
So she's like, why we don't need to be scared of growing old. It happens to everybody. Why are we trying to fight what happens to us when we grow older?
Yeah, like let's just get on. It should be something that's embraced.
Yeah, let's just get on with it. Oh. So she's really quite inspiring, and she has such a lovely life. She lives on a farm.
She got dogs.
Yeah, I think she's got dogs and chickens, and she's just on a ranch. I mean, it's not a farm; it's a ranch in America somewhere. But she's just totally like living her best life now.
Because one of the things I think I have noticed, and I mean, I think she looks fantastic.
Mm.
One of the things I think I did notice, because obviously has her hair naturally blonde?
Yes, I think so.
Because her eyebrows, she doesn't look like she's got any eyebrows.
No, she's got very, very thin.
Are they very, very thin?
Yes.
Yeah. So I do remember seeing one of the pictures and thinking, oh, you've got very, and actually that's one of the things that often if people aren't wearing any makeup, if they've been like a child of the 90s and overplugged their eyebrows, you know, you're like, oh shit, why did I do that?
Yeah.
And then you're like desperately trying to like fill them in, or you know, more extreme routes. And I think that was one thing that I did find interesting, is that it's not just like the obvious, she's not wearing any makeup, but even that whole, like I would have been like conscious of my eyebrows, because I had that overplucking and did have those gaps and had my eyebrows microbladed because it made me, I'd look in the mirror and be like, oh, look at that patch, or like I really want like you know, massive eyebrow envy.
Yeah.
And I, you know, tried all the growth serums and whatever else. And so in the end, I was like, I'm going to get them microbladed. Yeah. I mean, I got them done ages ago and they're looking absolutely... I think they need a bit of...
They look all right.
I think they need a bit of attention.
Yeah. But she's not even going, I'm just going to get my eyebrows microbladed.
And not wear makeup.
It's like nothing. She's just completely... This is who I am.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with it, so just basically deal with it.
Yeah, I think that's great.
I think she's somebody who, she's probably a bit too old, but she's a really good I don't think she's too old, but to be a role model for younger girls.
Oh, I see.
To feel confident in, she's too old to be a role model, unfortunately, for younger girls, but she is a really good role model that younger girls should be looking up to go, this is who this woman was when she was younger, and this is what she's grown into. You don't need to always be that person, because actually she's really happy.
I feel like I think she wears makeup, so it's not on the same level, but I almost feel like Gillian Anderson is a bit on that same level, because I think I have seen her doing interviews where she isn't wearing any makeup. I think she like probably wears it to like premieres or whatever. I think she is very natural and in that same way.
I think
but again, unfortunately, just about in. But I think again, she's like, we would look at her and be like, that's amazing. But I don't know that there is. I mean, maybe I don't really know.
We're not young enough.
Young enough to know.
Yeah.
So maybe there are role models. Like, I mean, we should ask Lily. Has she got any? Does she follow any people, or does she know of any people? Just keep saying people.
Influencers now, because it's not even celebrities, is it?
No,
really? It's just
that are kind of on that way, because a lot of them, it's like their makeup is absurd. You know, like 10 different eyeshadows and like contour. I mean, I tried to do contouring once, and it just looked like I had chocolate on my face. It's terrible.
Yeah, but I think there's from what I've seen of the makeup industry now on social media, there is a massive difference. There are these makeup artists that go all out for all the makeup.
Yeah.
Like you say, all the steps.
Yeah.
All the steps.
Yeah.
But interesting enough, I did see a video the other day about how influencers and makeup artists on social media have changed in the last 10 years.
Okay.
So 10 years ago, it was all the people that you saw on social media doing makeup were all Bobbi Brown, MAC.
The actual makeup.
Well, they worked in concessions.
Oh, I see.
So they were like, I'm going to go on social media and show people how to do makeup.
Yeah.
Which has led to the rise of the normal person learning their skills from a makeup artist on TikTok or whatever, and doing their own makeup.
Yeah.
but it's actually massively pared down. If you compare the videos of makeup from 10 years ago to compared to now, actually it is a lot less minimal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but that is because a lot
less
of
minimal.
More
minimal.
It's less minimal. It's less minimal. That's not because people aren't trained. It's because they're not trained how to do makeup. They're not professionally trained in how to do makeup. They're learning their skills from TikTok, and so they're not developing their skills. So actually, they're paring it back a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
So makeup is a little bit more pared down now. It's not quite so. It isn't quite so intense.
I mean, I think there are obviously still the extremes. I mean, there are still the extremes.
Oh yeah,
in general.
Yeah. But I thought that was quite interesting. But now, the kids that are the youngsters that are watching videos are learning their makeup techniques from normal people, not from makeup artists.
Yeah,
which is really interesting.
Yeah,
some people are learning from makeup artists, but the majority of people are actually just learning from watching other people putting makeup on TikTok. So
I wonder if that. I wonder if that then like impacts on the makeup artist industry, because years I don't know how many years ago you would have gone to a beauty school and you would have learned how to do makeup, and then you would have gone out and you'd be a makeup artist, whatever you did, weddings, you know, I don't know, whatever. But now I can imagine people aren't doing that, because actually they can do some practice. They can show them doing their own makeup. They can show them doing other people. And if you see somebody on social media who can do a good makeup, you're not going to be like, oh, where did you go to beauty school? You know, have you got this qualification? It's like it's a you can just see whether they can do it or not. It doesn't matter whether they've got.
And then that also then will be a rise in the makeup brands will then look on social media and see which regular people were doing makeup and getting lots of followers. They'll then send them makeup.
Yeah. And they'll do reviews and be like...
Yeah, and then they become an influencer. Yeah. So, I mean, I think, obviously, if you want to do makeup professionally, like for film or photography, you know, like in a film or for fashion or anything like that, then you probably do have to have... Because you can go to university and do a degree. When Lily was looking at degrees, there was one of was fashion styling, which included makeup and hair. So there is a degree in it. Yeah. But maybe you don't. Maybe you could just be on TikTok.
Wasn't there one of those programs? You know, like Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee.
Yeah.
God. But it was one for makeup artists.
Glow Up.
That's it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So probably none of those were professionally trained. They were all probably self-taught.
Or maybe not. Yeah. I don't know.
But I think there are other ways. I mean, we're digressing massively now, but makeup.
Yeah, it's very
maybe she's gone with it.
No, I've never. I always used to get that wrong. I didn't realise that the song was about Maybelline.
What did you think it was?
Maybe it's make-believe. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's make-believe.
I mean,
could be.
Yeah, could be.
I mean, I now I don't spend a huge amount of money on skincare. Bits and bobs I do, but it does tend to last me. So if I do spend a lot of money on an expensive moisturiser, it will probably last me 6 months or more.
Yeah.
So I can sort of justify it. What I have started doing now is actually investing a little bit more money into my own self-care.
Yeah.
So I'll get my 2 weekly massages with my absolute angel hands.
Oh, yeah.
It's just amazing. I've had my eyebrows done.
Yeah.
There's a little place nearby us, Brows and Beauty, where I think I should probably get a loyalty card, because I am in there every other week.
Getting something.
They've got about 9 ladies in there, and I think I've seen 7 of them for various different stuff.
Yeah.
But they're just lovely. I mean, again, I'm going to slightly digress, because it is a lovely little business. It's 9 women running their own little individual businesses.
Yeah.
Under one roof. doing different types of, you know, under one roof.
I was thinking of Toys R Us. Sorry.
Your brain is
I know,
really,
my
brain is somewhere weird today.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, so it's just lovely. So basically, I've had my powder brows done. My eyebrows done, which I love, and I need to get done again.
Yeah.
My lips, I had lip blush to make my lips a bit more obvious. Again, don't need to do anything with my eyebrows. Don't need to do anything with my lips.
Yeah.
So I have a completely makeup-free face, but I'm, happy with my eyebrows and happy with my lips.
Yeah.
The other, I was getting some lash extensions, but that just proves too expensive because I like waking up in the morning.
Yeah.
I just look at my mum. Oh, you do look a little bit tired. You look so much better when you've got eyelashes, and I do.
Yeah.
My eyes look more open,
Yeah.
and I look. I just look a bit more alert.
Yeah.
So I had.
But it's just a lot, then, isn't it? You're like,
oh, it's so much to maintain.
I've had my eyebrows done. I haven't had anything else done, but it's like, it's almost like, where do you then stop? It's like, I don't like what I've got. I want to make it better, but why do I want to make it better? What am I making it better for? Is it, like, obviously you would say, I'm doing it because it makes me feel better.
Yeah.
But why does having that make us feel better?
Yeah, I don't know. It does make me feel better because why are you doing it then? Well, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Like, obviously, I've had it done.
Yeah.
It needs doing again, so I'm at a stage where I don't look like I don't look like I did when I had it done.
Yeah.
But I don't feel less happy with how I look now.
Yeah.
But I just liked how it looked.
Yeah.
I liked how it looked.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I need to have Botox. Really? Shut up. Like, I wouldn't have Botox because, like we've said, I think my skin is quite good.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm too.
There's so many horror stories, aren't there? Of like literally. I mean, maybe that's not the norm, but maybe obviously you just hear about but like literally not being able to make any facial expressions.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and if you laughed, you'd be like,
yeah. I think that's like probably a bit of an outdated.
Oh, damn it.
Because I think again,
if it's done well,
and I think as with everything, it's progressed over the years. So how it is now is probably not how it is then.
Yeah,
I don't feel I need to get Botox because I'm quite happy with how I look. But
fillers.
I did have lip fillers, didn't I? Which I loved. And again, for me, I just wanted slightly bigger lips because my lips are quite small.
Yeah.
And to look natural.
Yeah.
And they were amazing.
Yeah.
Everybody who knew me could tell I'd had my lips done.
Yeah.
But if you didn't know me, you wouldn't know.
No.
They just looked like they were so beautiful.
Yeah. It's the only thing, actually, because I never wear lipstick or anything like that. I only wear lip balm. My lips, like my skin, are dehydrated. So they're quite liney.
Yeah.
And so it's the only thing I would have, like, the tiniest amount just to, like, plump, just to fill them.
Yeah.
So they're not so liney.
Yeah.
And they're just, like, I don't know, not looking like dehydrated.
Yeah. Because when I got my lips done, I went in and said, I just want the smallest amount that you do. The smallest amount that you do. And she said, let's just see what you need.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay. I trusted her.
Yeah.
Because she's done stuff for me before.
Yeah.
So I trusted that she was going to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And I think I had I think the smallest is 0.5 mils.
Yeah.
And I think I might have had 1 mil put in.
Right. Which sounds like
so I was like, oh, I don't think, because I think she charges you for 1.5. That's like the smallest amount.
1.5.
1.5.
Oh, okay. Regardless of whether you have one.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because it comes in a 1.5, but you can have various.
So she's not going to be like sharing
putting it in somebody else. Yeah. And I think she put like 1 mil in, and when she'd said I've put 1 mil in, I was like, oh.
1 mil in both.
Yes.
Across in each. Not 1 mil in each lip,
across both lips.
Across both lips, it was 1 mil.
Yeah. And it was complete, and I'd love to get it done again. I just need a rich husband to support my lifestyle now.
Yeah, I think that's the trouble. Like all of this stuff sounds amazing.
Yeah.
But you'd be like, it's the upkeep.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the upkeep.
Yeah.
I think but what I'm very, very tempted by the LED face mask.
Yeah. That's an investment though, because
Yeah.
you would spend probably as much on that as you would getting Botox.
Or like skin, like, I don't know, some peptide serum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've got it forever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think that would be an investment that I would be willing to
absolutely
to make for my, like, just sitting for 10 minutes at a time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was very tempted to put one on my Christmas list, and then I saw the price of it, and I was a bit like, the shark one is the one one is the one that everyone is talking about.
Looks amazing.
I think I keep looking out for Christmas competitions on Instagram now for the shark.
Tag me into
mask.
those.
Yeah,
I mean, you tag me into stuff anyway.
I was tagging you. I tag loads of people.
I'm like, oh, what's Cindy tagged me into? That's another competition.
There was one the other day. It was a shark hairdryer and some Uggs and
Uggs.
Yeah, those nice Ugg slippers.
Oh, Ugg slippers.
And some Soldier Geneer, and I was like, yeah, that's definitely a bit of me. I'm having some of that.
Right.
Yeah. So, do you think? So, I mean, we've sort of slightly spoken about this before, haven't we? About how over the years the way you look has changed, and how your beauty regime has changed. Do you think you've changed massively since, other than the overplucking of the eyebrows? Do you think how your appearance has changed a lot?
I mean, I don't think massively.
No. Obviously, you've just grown older.
I've grown older.
Yeah.
Although, who was it? I got recognised by somebody who probably knew me as like a 12-year-old.
Wasn't Mr. Quinn, was it?
No. I mean, that has happened.
Yeah.
But
our primary school head teacher recognises us.
And it's like, oh, do I really not change? I think essentially I look the same, except I've got grey hair.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
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 Slightly saggier face.
Yeah. I mean, I think I've got. I think
better.
Yes, but I don't know if it is necessary. I don't know that it is better. It's just.
Are you just happier?
I'm just and also
more content.
Yeah.
Careless.
No, I'm not Pamela Anderson. I just feel like I'm sort of just keeping up with the times, almost.
Yeah.
Because you look at, like, I can't remember, what was it I was watching the other day? Some programme. I don't know if it was Father of the Bride, or there was some film, and it's like, this woman was 46 when she filmed this, and she looks really old.
Oh,
there's certain things where you go, oh my god, how old were they? They were younger than me, and they look like they're 80.
I've seen some things.
Oh, it's the Golden Girls.
Oh yeah, they were 42.
Yes, the Golden Girls.
They weren't 46 even. I think they were younger.
Yeah, in a retirement home.
Yeah,
and they looked like they were old ladies.
And they did. Well, and I think that was obviously to do with like the clothes they wore, but the way they styled their hair. They looked. Yeah, I saw the same thing actually, and I was like, what?
Yeah,
in their 40s.
Yeah,
like you look. Yeah,
which is bizarre. But I think, again, that doesn't really make sense either, because, like, you're looking at them thinking they looked old then, but were they not? Were they dressing older than they were then, or were they just being portrayed as older women?
Well, I don't know, because didn't one of them die not that long ago?
Betty White?
Yeah.
Yeah, but she was the oldest of all of them, I think, at the time. I think she probably was in her 50s.
Oh, right. Okay.
Betty White's she was like 150 when she died. Yeah.
I don't know.
No. Should we go and watch the Golden Girls now?
Yeah.
To laugh.
Do you know, I don't know that I've ever actually watched it.
Not?
I don't think so. I've seen clips of it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever actually watched it. Yeah.
Oh,
I wonder if you can actually watch it on anything.
It's probably on one of these Sky channels. Comedy or...
Yeah. Yeah. Should we go and do that?
Let's go and watch the Golden Girls.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.